uh, these Indian hostilities since the last 2 days is kind of questioning the achievements of the Pakistani nation, the nation which considers that political stability might be a greater challenge, where after every elections, national elections, the dominant political parties which lose the elections, like in case of 2024 PTI, saying that they were not free and fair elections, and this is kind of a very usual trend. So, in case India might be thinking that that there is political dissent by PTI, there is kind of a certain opposition's role of opposition, whereby Imran Khan is not willing to recognize and the mandate of the government of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Then of course they might be thinking that the natural outcome, or the least what they can drive out of these hostilities, would be to then create or accentuate political instability, where abrupt change of government can happen. Politically, Pakistan will become more unstable. That the whole year spent on achieving economic stability by our honorable finance minister Muhammad Aurangzeb might be something which would go to waste, and Pakistan would yet again would be a country struggling to really have a decent economic growth rate. Inflations might rise, and also Pakistan's macroeconomic situation would worsen, and that would then feed to further political instability, unrest, protests by the people, and thereby even democracy might be questioned. But what I want to have a news for this for maybe BJP government, Prime Minister Modi or Ajit Doval, that it's all futile. Once you consider what Pakistani nation has achieved, there is a strong possibility that Pakistan will come in terms with all those uncertain factors which might create or accentuate political instability. And this time around, cultural stability has been achieved. Now, next elections, whenever they are going to happen, of course, in principle, should happen after 4 years. But whenever they are going to happen, and if it is linked by increasing Indian hostilities to stifle Pakistan's economic growth potential and macroeconomic stability, and further make Pakistan politically unstable country, then still Pakistani nation is so resilient, so brave, so ethical, and represent values that just proves their resilience, economic, social, political resilience, and therefore there's a possibility that in next elections, and then a trend would start that after elections all parties would accept electoral results, and that would be something which is unprecedented in Pakistan history. So actually, India BJP might help Pakistan to achieve greater level of political stability that has never been witnessed before, and thereby, of course, that would lead to economic stability, higher economic growth paths, and so it is totally unnecessary. This increase in hostilities by India, it's not going to work. Instead, the BJP government itself is being weakened. There's so much criticism on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Ajit Doval, and their suppressive political policies. I mean, the suppression of Muslim minorities from Kashmir to other parts of India is something which is questioning the legitimacy of BJP government to really have a rule based on democratic values. So India and Indian government and Indian leaders, the BJP leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his office, needs to understand that what they want to get out of this conflict is increasing hostilities. I mean, of course, we all know that Pakistan's army is the best army. I mean, India has a good army as well. But then, where this conflict is heading to, whereas India is targeting Pakistani civilians, and of course, it's common sense that India wants to bring more political unrest to Pakistan, which is not happening. I mean, this certain mosques were attacked, and still people still are culturally stable. They are not questioning any religious minorities who might be represented with Hinduism. So this India needs to really sort out what is happening domestically. This political maneuvering which discriminates religious minorities, especially Muslims, and India needs to really work on establishing the fact that United Nations is asking, traditionally has asked for plebiscite in Kashmir, and definitely India needs to understand that Kashmiris should have the right to present their point of view. I mean, it's a future world should be about economic competition. I mean, whatever angle you look at it, these hostilities are wasting time for Pakistan to really start the journey towards greater economic success. Other than that, of course, a straightforward argument could be this war might lead to not only destruction,